Have you ever felt that the older you get, the less you should share? Some things are better left unsaid. Revealing too much can sometimes do more harm than good. Not all secrets are bad. In fact, keeping some things private can be the smartest decision you make. After 65, knowing what to keep to yourself can help you maintain your freedom and protect your relationships. Then, transition into the main topic. In this video, we'll explore 6 things seniors should keep private to maintain independence, avoid unnecessary stress, and preserve family harmony. 1. Personal financial situation. As we grow older, financial security becomes more important than ever. But did you know that sharing too much about your money can sometimes do more harm than good? When family members or even close friends know too many details about your finances, it can create unintended pressure. Some may start offering unsolicited advice, while others, perhaps without even realizing it, might expect financial support. In some cases, it can even lead to conflicts or resentment within the family. Imagine casually mentioning a recent investment or the value of your retirement savings, only to find relatives suddenly hinting at financial help or asking for loans. It's a situation many seniors unknowingly find themselves in. The best approach? Keep your financial matters private. Only discuss important details with trusted professionals, such as a financial advisor or a legally designated heir. That way you can maintain control over your wealth while avoiding unnecessary stress or misunderstandings. And this is just the first of the 6 things you should keep to yourself. The next one might surprise you. Stay tuned. 2. Minor health issues. As we age, aches and pains become a part of life. But does every small discomfort need to be shared with family? The truth is, sometimes keeping quiet can be the better choice. When you frequently mention minor health concerns, well-meaning family members may start to worry more than necessary. They might begin treating you as if you're more fragile than you actually are, limiting your independence, or even trying to make decisions for you. Have you ever noticed how one small comment, like, "My knee has been hurting lately," can lead to a flood of advice, unwanted medical suggestions, or even overprotective behavior? While their concern comes from a place of love, it can sometimes feel overwhelming. The best approach? Stay positive and focus on the bigger picture. Of course, any serious or persistent health issue should be discussed with your doctor or a trusted caregiver. But for the occasional ache or pain, sometimes a deep breath, a little rest, and a positive mindset are all you need. And speaking of personal matters, what about your future plans? That's something you might want to keep private too. Let's talk about why in the next section. 3. Opinions on family conflicts. Family disagreements are inevitable, and as someone with years of life experience, you may feel inclined to offer guidance or share your perspective. However, stepping into these disputes can sometimes lead to unexpected consequences. Instead of resolving conflicts, you might find yourself caught in the middle, facing resentment from one side or both. Consider this. 2 family members are in a heated argument, and they each turn to you for support. If you openly take a side, the other person may feel hurt or betrayed, which could strain your relationship with them. On the other hand, if you refuse to engage, some might see it as indifference. It's a delicate balance, and navigating it wisely is crucial. Moreover, family conflicts are often complex and deeply rooted in emotions that go beyond what is immediately visible. What seems like a simple disagreement about money, parenting styles, or responsibilities may have years of unresolved tension behind it. Even if you believe you have a fair and logical opinion, inserting yourself could escalate the situation rather than diffuse it. So, what's the best approach? The key is neutrality and wisdom. Instead of taking sides or offering unsolicited advice, a thoughtful response could be, "I care about both of you, and hope you can find a resolution that works for everyone." This reassures your family that you support them while making it clear that you won't be drawn into unnecessary drama. In some cases, listening with empathy is the best thing you can do. If a family member vents to you about a conflict, instead of agreeing or disagreeing, simply acknowledge their feelings. "I understand that this is a tough situation. I hope things get better soon." This approach helps keep the peace while showing that you care. At the end of the day, maintaining strong relationships with your family is more valuable than proving a point. By choosing your words carefully and avoiding unnecessary involvement in conflicts, you can preserve harmony and avoid unintended rifts. But speaking of things best left unsaid, What about personal regrets? Let's explore why keeping some things to yourself can be a wise decision in the next section. 4. Past regrets. As we grow older, it's natural to reflect on our lives and think about the choices we've made. Some decisions may bring fond memories, while others might leave us with a sense of regret. However, openly sharing too many of these regrets, especially with your children or grandchildren, can unintentionally create emotional burdens for them. Imagine telling your children, "I wish I had chosen a different career," or "I regret not moving to another city when I had the chance." While these may seem like harmless reflections, your loved ones might interpret them as dissatisfaction with the life you built, including the family you raised. They may feel guilty, wondering if they played a role in your unhappiness, or they might start questioning their own decisions, fearing they will one day have similar regrets. Dwelling too much on the past can also rob you of the joy of the present. Instead of focusing on what could have been, shift your perspective to what still can be. Your experiences, both good and bad, are valuable lessons, and sharing them in a way that encourages wisdom rather than regret can be far more impactful. For example, instead of saying, "I wish I had traveled more," you could say, "Traveling is one of the best ways to experience life. If you ever get the chance, don't hesitate to explore new places." This turns your past reflection into a piece of positive advice without placing emotional weight on your loved ones. At this stage in life, embracing the present and looking forward to what's ahead can be far more fulfilling than looking back with regret. Your family and friends will appreciate the wisdom and joy you share, rather than feeling burdened by things they cannot change. But while keeping regrets to yourself can prevent unnecessary guilt, there's another aspect of personal life that's best handled with discretion: your future plans. Let's dive into why being too open about your long-term plans can sometimes backfire. 5. Detailed plans about assets and inheritance. Money and inheritance can be sensitive topics in any family, and revealing too much about your estate plans too early can create unnecessary tension. While you may think that being transparent about your will and assets is the best approach, it can sometimes lead to unexpected consequences, ranging from entitlement to outright conflict. For example, if family members know exactly what they will inherit, some may develop unrealistic expectations or even change their behavior around you. A relative who once treated you with warmth may suddenly become overly attentive, not out of love, but in hopes of securing a bigger share. On the other hand, someone who expected more than they're set to receive might become distant or resentful. In some unfortunate cases, sibling rivalries can emerge, creating divisions in the family long before any inheritance is even distributed. Differences in financial circumstances or personal relationships can lead to jealousy and disputes, making things uncomfortable for everyone. Instead of discussing every detail with family members, the best approach is to ensure that your financial plans are well-structured and legally sound. Work with a trusted financial advisor or estate planner to secure everything properly. If necessary, choose one or two responsible individuals, such as your executor or trustee, to be informed about key aspects of your plans. When the time comes, a well-prepared estate plan will speak for itself, reducing the chances of unnecessary conflict. And most importantly, it allows you to focus on what truly matters, spending quality time with your loved ones without financial concerns overshadowing your relationships. Now that we've covered financial discretion, there's one final aspect of personal life that's equally important to keep private: your personal beliefs and strong opinions. Let's explore why keeping certain views to yourself can sometimes be the wisest choice. 6. Negative thoughts about aging. Aging is a natural part of life, but constantly dwelling on its difficulties, whether it's declining health, loneliness, or the loss of loved ones, can create an emotional burden for both yourself and those around you. While it's important to acknowledge your feelings, frequent complaints about aging may unintentionally make your family feel guilty, overwhelmed, or pressured to provide more care than they can realistically give. Loved ones might start worrying excessively, feeling as if they need to fix things for you, even when some aspects of aging are simply beyond control. This can lead to stress, resentment, or even avoidance, as they may feel helpless in trying to ease your concerns. On a personal level, negative thinking can also be self-fulfilling. The more you focus on the hardships of aging, the more difficult it can become to find joy in the present moment. Over time, this mindset may contribute to a sense of isolation, lack of motivation, or even depression. Instead of letting aging define your outlook on life, try shifting your focus toward the positive aspects of growing older, the wisdom you've gained, the freedom to live on your own terms, and the ability to cherish meaningful relationships. Engage in activities that bring you happiness, stay connected with loved ones, and appreciate the simple joys of each day. Keeping certain things private does not mean hiding the truth. It's about protecting your peace, respecting personal boundaries, and maintaining healthy family relationships. Knowing when to share and when to keep things to yourself is a sign of emotional intelligence and self-control. By setting healthy boundaries, you can preserve your independence, reduce unnecessary conflicts, and enjoy a fulfilling, harmonious life. Remember, life after 65 can still be rich, meaningful, and full of joy. And sometimes, a little discretion goes a long way in keeping it that way.